Yo, what's good, y'all young boys? Let's get into this video, yeah? Alright, so long story short, I'm pissed off because my other video had got deleted, so I gotta do this over. But anyway, I've done something like this before where I rank the MCU movies, and I thought I'd just bring it back because I didn't do it on TikTok. Be that as it may, I created a grade system, A to F, A being the highest, F being the lowest. An A will give you a 5. A B will give you a 3, a C will give you a 1.5, a D will give you a 0.5, and a F you get nothing. And I tally up at the end, whatever the number is, and then multiply that by 6 because there's 6 movies. And whatever the grade is will be the overall grade of this phase. Okay? Cool? Simple? Alrighty. First Avenger, Captain America. Let's do it. Okay. So I would give this movie a C. Why? Because it's not an A tier movie. It's definitely not a B tier movie, but it's not a D tier movie either. It's okay. It's okay. You learn how you got the super soldier serum as far as MCU canon go to Marvel Cinematic Universe, as far as the things that they're doing for the movies, and you learn a little background on Peggy and what the government had going on, for World War I or World War II, I believe. Yeah, I think it's World War II. Yeah. But anyway, the irony in Steve Rogers' character is that he's not this blue chip, privileged white American, good old boy, goody two shoes, nonchalant ass person. He just happened to look like the ideal of what America promotes as their ideal American, blue eyes, blonde hair. But he himself is a guy from Brooklyn. He's actually more to the ground and open-minded to being around minorities and not a freaking racist like the government at that time, and if you ask me, still is. So, yeah, which is interesting because they test his integrity throughout the entire MCU all the way to Endgame, and he kind of stays solid to who he is. So, yeah, I give him a C, Cap. Iron Man. The movie that started the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as far as what Disney did, from this movie all the way to Endgame, that's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Stuff that came out before is not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I will give this movie a solid C plus or a B minus. So I guess we'll give it a B minus, which is a B. And here's why: because there were a lot of people who were involved with pushing this movie forward. And they weren't even sure whether they wanted to use Robert Downey Jr. They really wanted Tom Cruise, which is irony in that, right? Tom Cruise and Terrence Howard, imagine. But it worked, and, for what it was, the CGI, thank God, at that time, we had CGI to where we can have an Iron Man suit, and he's flying, chasing jets. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's crazy because, we're in the year 2024, and CGI is terrible. But anyway, nonetheless, it's a B minus C plus movie. Iron Man, Tony Stark becomes Iron Man because he realized that he was selling his Stark industry tech, and he didn't want to get into the wrong hands. And he went out to go, fight the bad guys who may have got his tech. Okay, cool. Lesson learned. He becomes Iron Man. Shouts out to Terrence Howard. But, away from that, it's okay. The Incredible Hulk movie. I like this version of Hulk. I think this version of Hulk is very strong. I don't think he's the strongest. I think the original Hulk in 2003, that one is strongest that we've seen as far as the movies go, live action. I think 2003 Hulk. But no, this Hulk was cool. He was fighting. He was boxing, not just I'm angry, I'm punching your shit. He fought very sound, very grounded, and he started to kind of get a grip of himself. Like him and Banner started to kind of get a little understanding of themselves while in this movie, especially definitely towards the end. So it was interesting. He learned jujitsu, to try to control his anger a little better. And overall, if you're an Incredible Hulk fan and you just watch this movie anticipating when Incredible Hulk comes on the scene, then this movie's a really fun movie because I don't like Nate Norton at all. And, I don't really care for the rest of the cast. Shout out to Tim Roth, though. Tim Roth's cool. But everybody else, I don't really care for it. Shout out to the Will Hurt Thaddeus Ross. But yeah, it's an okay movie. I give it a B. I give it a B. Why? I give it a B because the action in this movie was essential. Hulk didn't give a damn. So yeah, I give it a B. All right, moving on. Thor. Thor. First thing first, I didn't even know who the hell Chris Hemsworth was when I first watched this movie. I knew Idris Elba was and Anthony Hopkins was, but I didn't know the rest of this cast like that, and I ain't give a fuck about nobody else. But be that as it may, I say Thor was a fun movie because I like Thor actually. I'm really big in Norse mythology, but I got to take off points because we've only saw him in his outfit as Thor for about 20 minutes of the movie. If you had the first 10 minutes of the movie compared to the last 10 minutes of the movie, or like the last 20 minutes of the movie, but you don't really get to see him in his Thor outfit like that and actually using his powers for most of this movie. Most of this movie, he's walking around like a regular person. So I got to take points off for that. So with that being said, I would give Thor really a D minus or a C minus or a D. And I'm actually going to give it a D because it sets up stuff for other movies, especially Avengers, but at the same time, it's nothing spectacular. Like, you don't remember anything other than, Thor just being Thor in this movie. There's just nothing memorable. Ragnarok's probably the best movie of the Thor franchise, but we'll get into that later. So yeah, I really get it a D, bro. Honestly, it gets a D. I'm not even about to waste too much time talking about Iron Man 2. Scarlett Johansson was in it. Samuel Jackson was in it. They recast Don Cheadle. They recast Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle, and he plays Rhodey. He gets an Iron Man suit. They fight in the Iron Man suit. Some Russian guy's upset because he got beef with Tony Stark, and he want his get back. Okay, cool. Away from that, nothing spectacular. This movie is nothing spectacular. I actually like the first one a little better because he was fighting bad guys and actually kicking butt. And this one, he was kind of just like moping around and being sad. So yeah, but he created a new. He allegedly created a new element, which was supposed to be vibranium, but that's bullshit. But anyway, yeah, you get a D. Bye. Now, the one we all been waiting for. Avengers, the first Avengers. First thing first, dude. Like, you look at most of these movies. Most of these movies are C at best, average movies. Average sci-fi movies, average action movies, action superhero movie, whatever. They average. But you put all these movies in one movie, now you got yourself. Now you got a good thing going for you. I didn't realize how much I needed to care about Hawkeye until I watched the Avengers movies. But, he would never get his own movie. On TV show, sure, I'll watch that, but yeah. But just seeing everybody here, everybody together, after watching all their respective individual movies, whether you liked them or you didn't like them, but you watch this movie and you appreciate this movie for seeing all of them as a collective in this movie. Shout out to Nick Fury, by the way. And I really enjoyed this Avengers movie as far as, seeing, Thor fight Iron Man, Thor fight Hulk, Hawkeye fight Black Widow, Cap and Tony Stark were about to fight, seeing Tony Stark fight Loki, seeing Captain America fight Loki and seeing Iron Man pull up like, all right, I'm not about to play with you. And so, seeing Hulk fight Loki, damn, like you don't, like, this wouldn't have worked if you just did the Avengers movie first and then, tried to do all this. No. You build up to that. So with that being said, we're going to go over to the grades, and I'm going to show y'all right here. Let's get into it, y'all. Alrighty, so as you can see, Captain America got a C, Iron Man got a B, Hulk got a B, Thor got a D, Iron Man 2 got a D, and Avengers got an A. You see the grade system, you see we tally up the points, came out to a 13.5, and you multiply that by 6, and you get 81. So, yeah, overall, Phase 1 was an 81, which isn't bad because you had some good movies and you had some just movies. They weren't really spectacular, but like I said, you put it all together towards the end, and you get an A. But overall, this phase wasn't, spectacular. A lot of people didn't even know some of these characters until they watched the movies. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Should I change the grade system? Was I too harsh? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section, all right? Peace.